We are going to look at how to apply to any of the master's program I talked about in the previous video. So here we are going to look at how international students can apply to any of the programs at LMU. So they have a two-way system. They do want you to apply. So the first one I'm going to talk about is that they don't accept applications through Uni Assist. And if you want to check some of the schools or programs that do not want Uni Assist applications, I've done a separate video. It might appear on the screen. You can check it out, or you can also check in the link, the description below, so that after this video you can check the program without Uni Assist application. And most of the programs here at LMU do not require Uni Assist application. So let's look at how you can apply to any of these master's program I talked about. So what you have to first of all do is that you have to submit your completed application to the program coordinator. So each of the programs I talked about, they have a program coordinator who you have to submit your documents or your complete application to that program coordinator. And every requirement or every document you have to send it to the coordinator is on the program website. So you check the program website, you see all the documents. So after you send it to the coordinator will check your documents, and if they think you qualify, then he or she will issue you a letter of acceptance for the master's program. So if you get this acceptance, you're not done. That letter that will be given to you, you have to add it to the following documents we are going to talk about. Then you have to send it to the international office of LMU. LMU has international office. So after you've gotten the issue of that acceptance letter to the master's program, then you have to send this document we are going to talk about by post. You have to send it by post. It's written here. It's here, by post. So you have to post it, and it must be posted before the deadline, or it must be received by the admission office before the deadline. And we can see here that they say deadline for registering for summer semester. So if you want to start in the summer semester, which normally starts in April, then you must send your documents by January 15th to the international office in LMU. But if you want to start in the winter semester, or your program starts in the winter semester, and that is October, then your documents has to be received by the admission or the international office in LMU by July 15th. So note the difference. They say that they recommend you to meet the deadline. And for this year, they've extended to August 20th. Okay. So when you get that acceptance letter from the coordinator, then you have to add that acceptance letter to a form, application form, which you can be downloaded here. This is the link. If you click it, you will be you will get the application form. You fill it, and you also add your higher education, university certificate, diploma, and all transcript of records also to this. And it has to be in the original language, and you if it's not in German or in English, you have to certify the translation of it. So if the documents or the certificates are in English, French, Italian, Spanish, Catalan, Latin, Portuguese, and Romanian, you do not have to be translate. It doesn't have to be translated. You don't have to translate it. So if it's in any of these languages, you don't have to translate it. And then also if it's in German, but I mean registration and confirmation of programs previously studied at any other German university. So if you have studied in any German university before, you have to also add a document to show that. And also you need letter of admission for the master's degree program from the coordinator, as I talked about. But if you haven't received that, you can get it later, or you can submit that later. If you haven't received the letter from the coordinator, you can get it later and add it. So that one is something you can do. And you have to also add your updated CV. So you have to make your CV and you add it to this document we are talking about. The next one is evidence of proficiency in German. So if the program is taught in German, then you need to provide a proficiency in German. But if the course, they've written here, if the course is in English, then it's an exception. You don't have to add proficiency in German to the documents. But if the program you're going to study is taught in German, then you have to add proficiency in German. Where applicable, so if you are married, you have to add your marriage certificate. And if you change your name, you also have to add a proof of change of name. Letter report or letter recommendation or work experience references are not required when registering in the international office. Okay, so you do not have to get a recommendation letter to these documents we are talking about. It's not important. But probably maybe the school, the program coordinator might need something like that. So you have to check the course when you're applying for the course in the first instance. So for country-specific requirements, you can refer to this link and you can check out further details. So after this, you will get a letter of admission from the international office after you send the documents, everything to them, and they check your eligibility, everything they think is you are good, and then they will issue you admission letter. So it's this admission letter that you can use it to apply for your visa and other things. So you say once you have received letter of admission, you must register before the deadline. To register, send all the documents listed on the letter of admission. Okay, so after you got the admission letter, you have to send other documents. They will be listed in the admission form before you can be accepted as enrolled students, or before you can enroll. So something like insurance, student insurance, you have to get it. Maybe you have to also pay the semester contribution fee and some other things you have to do to enroll. So basically, this is how you have to go through to apply for LMU. So in a glance, first of all, you have to apply for the course to the coordinator of that master's program. They will accept your application. They will issue you a letter of acceptance, and you add it to your certificates. You add also your CV, and also proficiency in German if applicable, marriage certificates, proof, change of name, and other documents. So you have to send this one to the international office before the deadline, and after that they'll give you a letter of admission. So guys, basically this is how you have to apply to LMU for master's degree, and if you are international students. So that's it. If you have any further question, you can leave it in the comment section and I will answer that for you. But for now, this is the way you have to apply, not through Uni. This one is direct to the school. And yes, okay guys, so thank you for watching the video, And if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you later. Bye.